my name is Martina with Wizard TV. Your name?
Jennifer.
Oh, hi Genevieve. How are you feeling today?
So great, and I thank God for everything. That finally everything is coming to an end, and I am so grateful.
Nice. So, what policy do you think that John Dramani Mahama have coined that you are happy about and would like to see it to fruition?
About the economy, he's going to change the economy and everything. I'm so happy for that, and I believe that whatever he said, he's going to do it.
Thank you. Okay, so as you can see, the atmosphere is full of enthusiasm as Ghanaians are ready for the presidency. Hello. Hi. So today marks the auspicious day as we bring in our new presidency. What are your expectations?
Well, I'm expecting a very peaceful inauguration, actually. I just want to see Mahama raise the sword up, and then I know that finally Mahama has resumed power. That is what I'm expecting today in this inauguration, yes.
Okay, thank you. And so after here, where next?
I mean, after here, our constituency, one of our electoral area in the constituency is organizing some carnival. So we are going there to go and enjoy. Then we start chasing some opportunities, inshallah.
Inshallah, nice. So party after party. Hello, mommy. Good afternoon. Basho ene awujina hase no. Denti ena wabaha.
Bibiti ame wahansem. Mahama ntiana me bae. Me pese me be sure be ya omusi amudi ni be si akunya no so. Eno ntina me bae.
Basho yo, yedawasi bebe. Do enjoy your day. So the atmosphere is all about enthusiasm as the NDC flags waves high. So let's just get some expectations from our people. Hi. Okay, hi. Pastor, good morning. Nice, I can see your colors. Pastor, your friend said, "I feel him fa."
From Honorable Prince Noah Mensa, the free baby and Yaso Bequamen.
Oh, nice. And Obahano and a year Dinkakrana, how was it getting here?
Oh, maybe one yet in the crowd. You two, Nura.
I say no expectations, and so the Bahani near him.
I say, yeah, to Obama, you are John Mahama, as I was Samna, Emetwan and Puntu Duma or Yama Ghanaians. So, eti ene ye ba ye na ye ni age papa pasa papa na sa babium etu o meto aso na bibia enkoye bia na o ma nkoye fama ye.
Nice. So those were some expectations of people here as today marks. Oh, nice. Mbacho yo ma. Sorry. Mbacho. But your friend said now we here.
To wait. That's ba. John Dramani Mama now song mo. Tamalakangina. And you don't born the Asan and Mala meeting, Shayim meeting. Katabon John Mama Bama Wiltonini. John Mama gives on parents store 5 months. And non campaign. Recently, when people have come not to woman's store. Nishi Shalwa Babu. Interest my and first gate ma. And you don't born the Asan Ababu can be. Those are Jotamali. Now song mo. Now Choco Tum to know Tumsham. Those are John Mama, the fire pump. John
Mama, thank you. Okay, so as you can see, the enthusiasm in the air as people are ready to see John Mahama assume his presidency. Let's get some more expectations from people. Hello, please, I'm Martina with Wizard TV. Udi na baby Awufi.
All right, Midi Emmanuel Samoa, because me was Sege.
Sege. Oh, okay. So any Awubaha expectations being now the Baha.
Expectation they brave. We are expecting more from our incoming president. So we came here to support him, to be sworn in. And as soon as the whole thing ends, then this is the time that we are restarting Ghana. So restarting Ghana begins now. So we are here to support the whole thing. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. He is supporting the resetting of Ghana. Hello. Hi. Petro, as you were coming here, what expectations did you come here with?
Actually, I'm speechless. I really expected John Mahama to come and continue with his good works that he had already started. And it is a freedom for the whole country as a whole. I'm really much happy. Very, very much happy.
Yeah, I can see in your face how much happy you are to be here. So let's get one more expectations as we move. Hello. Hi, mommy. Hi. Pastor Martina with Wizard TV. Pastor Wooding, baby, I will see.
Yeah, friend me Humu Abdullah. Me free Okankwe Central. Padama, yeah.
Can't question you not to say. Pastor, I know Bahano. Expectations being and now the Baha.
Namia Dum, yeah, expect to say. Namia Duma, Jem, bet to me, I be fine. Now I reset Ghana and I'm my oral no. Oral, Nankasan, a person, what dear chepa. What's it? And no one here, she share. Namia Dumunti, or best succeed, inshallah.
Yeah. Inshallah, indeed. So let's get our last one here, please. Pastor, calm down. Nice. But Pastor, into policies not JM, they two joining in Anya, when they are with Daniel, when they see how we have said.
Me Pastor, they tell me, say, me Pastor Ghana, a year or my for. And I never know moment or my will move brother do. Because on my way, and yes, and I can say a corner, and to be better, or Mrs. Mino, no more family, Nipa of this can be a munchino. Now, my you to know any Juma, not Conomonia and Entia tax. Tax in my why? Catch your mamma said, Mamma, me, Mamma didn't see Mongu many masses. Mongu many masses, what?
So as you can hear, Ghanaians are hopeful that John Dramani Mahama will bring the air of change. People are hopeful that he gets to reset Ghana. So the message that Ghanaians want to tell John Mahama is he shouldn't let them down. Martina Najama Odwe for Wezo TV. Nice. So as he has arrived, people are waiting for when he's going to raise the sword, like I said. People are coming from near Sege, Okaike Central, all of them with hope in their hearts that Ghana would move from a state of despair to a state of hope and change when all these colors are flying high. So John Dramani Mahama, you do have your work cut out for you. Nice. So we can actually get some more expectations from people. Hello. Nice.
As I mentioned earlier, a charged atmosphere. Lots of people are gathered here. Ghanaians, non-Ghanaians, foreign nationals are all gathered here just to witness this historic moment in Ghana's democracy. One thing that is key is the fact that for the first time in Ghana's history, there is a female vice president, and that's very significant. And of course, to the women out there, it is a time to have your say when it comes to the body politics of Ghana. Well, let me just give you a brief background as far as this place is concerned. The venue we find ourselves, the Independence Square, also known as the Black Star Square, is significant. Is actually a significant national monument and public space in Accra. The square has a rich history dating back to the country's struggle for the fight as far as independence is concerned. In summary, Ghana's Independence Square is a historic and culturally significant national monument that has played a vital role in the country's struggle for independence as far as African liberation is also concerned, and also modern day national celebrations. But let's take it back to the years as it started, early history as far as this place is concerned, from the 19th to the 20th centuries. The area now occupied by Independence Square was originally a coastal ridge and a popular spot for locals and European colonizers. Now, during the colonial era, the British built a polo field and other recreational facilities in the area. Now, independence era, let's talk about the 1950s to 1960s. As Ghana gained independence on March 6, 1957, the country's first president, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, envisioned a grand public space to commemorate the occasion. Now, the Independence Square was designed and built between 1957 and 1961 with the help of Israeli architects. Now, design and features, you can also take a look at the square's design. It's actually centered around the iconic Black Star Monument, a symbol of African unity and liberation. Now, the monument features a 5-pointed black star which represents the unity and solidarity of African nations. The square also includes one, the Independence Arc, a monumental archway that serves as the main entrance to the square. Two, the memorial tomb. Now, a tomb dedicated to the unknown soldier honoring Ghana's fallen heroes is also visible here. You can also talk about the Liberation Monument, a statue commemorating Ghana's struggle for independence. Now, let me take you to some historical events and significant event that we have seen over here. You can talk about the Independence Square. Now, the Ghana's Independence Square celebrations, you can talk about the 6th March that we always call or mention when it comes to Ghana's Independence Day celebration. 1957 to present has always been held right here at the square. You can mention the African Liberation Movement. Now, the 1960s to 1970s, the square served as a rallying point for African liberation movement, with leaders like Kwame Nkrumah and Julius Nyerere addressing crowds. Now, you can also talk about the international events that we have seen over here, right from 1960s to present day. The square has hosted various international events such as the 1960s Afro-Asian Solidarity Conference and also the 2007 African Union Summit. Modern day significance, you can talk about the vital national symbol hosting various events and activities, including the national celebrations day of the Republic Day and also other national holidays, cultural events, music concerts, festivals and cultural performances. Talk about tourism. The square is a popular tourist destination and it attracts a lot of visitors from around the globe as well. So in short, beautiful dawned NDC members, and the aerial view, as you can see, how beautiful the place is looking, and people in their numbers, traffic still jamming. A lot of people are still trying to troop into the square as well. And I'll get to you, talk about the importance of the venue itself. Council mentioned that what we are about witnessing is more or less like a parliamentary proceeding. Well, it is actually a parliamentary proceeding. Let me get it right. It is actually a parliamentary proceeding. But they brought it out because of the numbers. Now, I've just given a significant history about this particular square as well. Now, if you look at that, you imbibe that into some of the international programs or events that took place here. Would you say that, yes, it is the right place to host this event?
No, most definitely. And the Blaster Square obviously takes its name from long line of leading Pan-Africanists like Marcus Mosiah Garvey, whose idea it was to establish ideologically a certain connection between black people all over the world. And in the first republic, that of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, the Black Star Square was also somewhat reflected in names that the first president of the republic wanted to, provide to some of its initiatives, which was the Black Star Line, which was a fleet of ships that the presidents wanted to operate and institute Ghana as a very strong, determined, and respected naval figure in the sub-region. So the Black Star Square, as you have mentioned, having hosted a lot of very significant events, and one of the names that stand out for me is Julius Mwalimu Nyerere of Tanzania. And these are people you would provide a lot of respect and recognition to because they are ideologues. These are people who believed in the independence. They believed in the kind of leadership that they were providing to his people. He is not alone. Kenneth Kaunda of Zambia also comes very close towards the conversation about Ghana. And beyond the Black Star Square, we've had various initiatives of monumental significance. In fact, the place that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs occupies currently used to be the International Students Hostel, training freedom fighters and coming from all over Africa. I am reminded of the first Zimbabwean president, Robert Mugabe himself was one of the students of Osajifo, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, and the rest of the African continent. In fact, I know that the connection that Ghana has with Kenya started between Dr. Kwame Nkrumah and the first president of Kenya, Jomo Kenyatta. So the Black Star Square is really very significant beyond the parliamentary proceeding that lawyer Eduji aptly describes. This place connotes some historical significance. In fact, it connects to the rest of the continent because of the name, the Black Star. And as I intimated earlier, the Black Star is connected to Marcus Garvey, who and the rest of the leading Pan-African figures like W.B. Du Bois, George Padmore and co. gave that particular name to the reconnection to the rest of the black race. And Kwame Nkrumah, I can tell you, was a key architect of the conversations around Pan-Africanism in Africa, which started with his All-Africa People's Conference. The first was in 1953 in Kumasi. He did another in Accra, 57 and 58, and he would take the rest to Egypt, Cairo in 61, and finally to Addis Ababa in 1963. That would birth the Organization of African Unity. So the history, if we want to piece it together very well, means that the Black Star has always been very central and significant to conversations beyond Ghana into the sub-region and the rest of Africa. So there can be no better venue to hold this very important investiture than this particular place. And beyond the international dignitaries that are coming are also Ghanaians from all walks of life. And as far as 3 a.m. this morning, when I woke up, switched on my telly, realized that the stands were already filled to the brim, and some of the people had even stated that they had come here as early as 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 5 p.m. yesterday. And that also goes to show you the kind of man that is being inaugurated today. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, I understand, is an affable leader, someone who endears himself. There is a friend on Facebook who provides a lot of public
not to cut you, but viewers, what you can see on the screen is Togbe Afede, the 14th, the Agbogbo of the Asogli state, has just arrived, and he will be ushered to his seat as well. And Togbe is one of the prominent traditional rulers in this country as well. So there in your shot you can see the arrival of Togbe after the 14th. More of the dignitaries are arriving in their numbers as well. Bali.
Yes, it was lawyer Eduji who was intimating that he had been here to witness the inauguration in 2009.
Yeah.
I was only going to ask him if this, the crowd, the scenery, and the charged atmosphere was exactly
the same in 2009.
Yeah, it was the same in 2009, because for me this is quite an experience.
Yeah.
Because it is my first time observing and experiencing this inauguration live, and for people to move from the north, from the south, from every nook and cranny of this country speaks to the fact that Ghanaians still love their leaders. They appreciate the kind of democracy that we've had. Some people are saying that John Mahama is embodying a new personality, far from who he was. He's looking calmer. He's looking more presidential. In fact, he's looking quite demure in his personality, if I may use the Gen Z term. And for everyone who is here, they are showing a lot of love, not only to the president-elect who is about to be sworn in to become president, but the rest of Ghana. They are indicating that we appreciate the diversity, the unity in diversity that we experience, the kind of affiliations, the kind of views, values, and principles that all of us hold, from religion to culture to every form of observances that we practice as Ghanaians. This is a beautiful atmosphere made up of Ghanaians of all walks of life, and
that's Zimbabwe. Yes, they have also just arrived in your shot. I mean, so Zimbabwe. Yes, so that's Zimbabwe. United Kingdom. Yeah. Okay, all right. So in your shots you can see the arrival of the diplomats, as I mentioned earlier. Yes, so in your shot you can see the arrival of the United Kingdom reps and also the Zimbabwean reps as well. They will also be ushered to their seat. But Mauli, wind up on that so Council can also tell us. We know this place reminds us of our liberation. What else can we talk about? What Mauli?
Beautiful pictures, especially from the dignitaries. Sometimes some dignitaries would also indicate that they will be attending the ceremonies, but they really do not show up. And it is always a beautiful scene. It is always a commitment to strengthening the bilateral and multilateral ties that we have in our sister countries in the sub-region.
Very well. Council, here reminds us of liberation, as I mentioned earlier. What else?
I think it's important to make this point that many years ago, the likes of Martin Luther King Jr. and co would have to come to this place.
Council, you need to raise the mic.
I mean, many years ago, the likes of Martin Luther King Jr., they needed to come to this place. And you see, when we say liberation, the Black Star Square, it has a lot of significance in the sense that it was an eye-opener to the whole of Africa south of the Sahara, that the black man has the capacity to do for himself what the white can do for themselves. And so that whole thing provided a certain revival. And like he rightly pointed out, in Walimu, Julius Nyerere, the likes of Kenyatta, all of them, one way or the other, had to come here. Also remember that at that time we had the international students hostel that housed great African leaders. What a lot of people do not know is that there were many times that these Pan-African leaders were using Ghanaian passports.
Okay.
Yes. And Nkrumah gave Ghanaian passport to them to allow them the benefit of being able to move within the African continent. In fact, some of them were actually described as terrorists because of the liberation struggle, and therefore Nkrumah had to intervene by giving some of them Ghanaian passports to enable them to freely move within the African continent. That has always been how Ghana has served as a lighthouse in this whole liberation struggle. And that is what the Black Star, the square that we see here, what it means to us. The significance goes beyond Ghana. The reach is far and vast. What I also need to say, and as you see the dignitaries come, is a gentle reminder that Ghana must continue to be.
All right, Council, so that's Namibia. Yeah,
the president.
Yes, the Namibian president has also just arrived, and you can see. Okay.
And like I need to point out, these are beautiful parliamentary proceedings. For the first time, you are seeing cars coming into a parliamentary proceeding, and that should tell you how significant today's event. I want to just thank the grassroots of the NDC, the rank and file of our party, the people who provided the vigilance for this decisive electoral victory recorded on the 7th day of December. 1.7 million vote difference is not a joke. And I can assure you that H.E. John Dramani Mahama is overwhelmed by this overwhelming endorsement. He is never going to take this support for granted. He will create the needed jobs. He will ensure that the ordinary Ghanaian become the ultimate beneficiary of his leadership. A leadership founded on service. A leadership founded on mutual respect. One thing that every Ghanaian will say, without any equivocation, is that John Dramani Mahama is not arrogant. He's affable. He had respect for everyone. In fact, in the next 4 years, we are not going to see a president that will be asking chiefs to stand up and salute him. He's not going to do that. He is going to have respect for the people who join queues across the length and breadth of our country to give him that 57% valid vote. We are grateful. I can see many of our people, many leaders are coming, and it is looking extremely beautiful. I've actually seen former President Goodluck Jonathan.
Yeah.
I've seen former President Jacob Zuma.
Yeah.
I've seen former President Olusegun Obasanjo.
Okay.
This is actually beautiful. This is historic.
So
and we
Nigeria
can only
has sent
a high powered. And remember that the special guest of honor today is no the other person than the man himself, the Jagaban, the Jagaban himself, the man himself, the Tinubu himself. He is going to be the special guest of honor. I am particularly thrilled.
What's the relationship?
No, I mean Ghana, Togo, Nigeria. I mean, like, we are brothers.
Yeah.
Just that sometimes they want to intimidate us with their numbers. Look, in the whole of Africa, you will notice that the relationship between Ghana and Nigeria transcends even food. You will notice that when we meet our colleague Nigerians, we ask them, Ghana jollof, Nigeria jollof, which one might be better? All this is, we don't say it with the other African countries.
Some people make the argument that it looks as if
that's the man himself.
Okay, so that's
Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Yeah. So
the
he's
strong man himself.
He's actually the guest of honor for today's event. Okay, very well. And your shot, we
can see former First Lady, our own mother, Mrs. Ajman Rawlings.
Together with the son?
Yes, with Kimati there. I can see Jerry Rawlings there, the founder of our party. You know, once you see Kimati, you see the father. I can also see former, I must say, I think she's former now, former Second Lady Samira Baumia there. It's looking beautiful. The numbers are increasing. Today is going to be Ampaye Beja, Bribi Besi.
Oh, okay. Quite a huge celebration it is. But
and so far, I can see the security agents.
Exactly. That's the next conversation I want
police officers,
to have.
soldiers, holding everything in check. We are extremely grateful. Matters of this require utmost security, and you can see a lot of good work is going on. In fact, when I was coming and I passed through the security, the respect, the decorum from the men in the uniform, the police officers, very beautiful. I want to encourage them. They are dealing with fellow Ghanaians. Sometimes we may go overboard, but they should just treat us with all the respect and tact that is required. People are just excited. After 8 years in opposition, this looks like Ghana's second independence. And things are really heating up. It's looking beautiful. Yes.
I can see how excited you are.
I am.
I mean, you have worked for it.
Look, for the past 8 years, and remember that I've been a front runner in terms of communicating for the party. It has not been easy at all. And to see today how beautiful today is, heating up too. I'm excited, and I can see many of my comrades who are watching me here. They are equally excited. Comrades, I salute you all. I salute you all.
Maybe what we'll do is that maybe Jonas will try and pan around so we can pick the reactions from the members of the NDC that are just closer to our ministry here.
I can see how my comrades are fully charged. I'm sure at this point they are only waiting for one person. They are only waiting for one person.
So there you have them. They are all around us here in the studio, and they are monitoring proceedings from the Weasel TV studio.
I can imagine how they are waiting to see John Dramani Mahama enter into this arena. He's the man. He's the man today. The man in the arena. John Dramani Mahama.
Okay, Council, hold on a second.
Thank you.
When we come back, All right, so let's go quickly. Let's go quickly to Koshi. Let's pick what's happening around Koshi as well. Koshi, take over. Alright, so yes indeed. Just look at the numbers on the screen. Look at how people are lined up just at the premises, waiting for the arrival of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. And of course, this is historic. I stand to be corrected anyway that one president lost election and he's back to reclaim power. Council, is that correct? This is the first time we are experiencing this.
We have done 32 years of this democratic experiment. We do not have the record, sorry. 32 years of practicing this democracy. This is the first time a president lost, went home 8 years,
for 8
and
years.
is back. In fact, it's even in the United States of America, Donald Trump, after 245 years, Donald Trump is the only second person to have lost an election and come back. If you recall, Jimmy Carter did one term and never came back. George Bush Sr. did one term and never came back. And many of those instances exist in the United States of America.
Just a quick one. In your shot?
Yeah, Dr. Mahmoud
Bawumia.
It is possible.
President J. Kufuor and the others we introduced them earlier.
I can say, Mr. It is Doctor. It is possible. I can say him there.
But what's the cheers for?
No, you see, aside the NDC MPP, we see ourselves as one.
Yeah.
And so, events of this, and remember, in 2016, 2017, around this same time, H.E. John Dramani Mahama was here. And that has been the level of cooperation. I've always maintained it has taken the two political parties to ensure the peace that we are enjoying in this country. And so when we have events of this nature, where the one that has lost graciously comes to grace that important occasion or ceremony, it is important that we acknowledge their presence. I can see former President J. Kufuor also in there.
Yeah.
He's done his part and we salute him.
But are they obligated to be here?
You see, like I pointed out, H.E. John Dramani Mahama in 2017, exactly this time, was here. As sitting president, he had lost. Graciously, he came to honor the investiture of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. I strongly believe that that is what we are. We are a people, a proud people with one destiny, and I strongly believe that we need to continue in that spirit of togetherness.
Very well.
That is what we need. That all Ghanaians across the length and breadth, right from Axim to Keita, will support H.E. John Dramani Mahama to deliver the goods, to deliver the services that are required to make living conditions better for our people. I'm extremely encouraged with the presence, the overwhelming presence of our people today.
Very well. I'll get back to you. People are eager to understand the oral. It's something, I mean, it's not really part of our conversation, but since you are here, I would want you to explain further, because it looks as if the same people who are supposed to know better, the legal brains who are supposed to know better, are describing this to be unconstitutional. Hold on to that for me a second. Mauli, come in quickly for me on the issues about the presence of the military, the police, and even the security apparatus that we see today. What roles do they have to play in today's event?
Randy, I need to personally congratulate the kind of coordination and partnership that we are seeing between the Ghana Armed Forces and the Ghana Police Service. For me, I really have not trusted our police service with the ability to properly manage very large crowds. But I understand that today they've been really delivering with a lot of aplomb, I can see that they've done well in controlling the crowd because it's quite a very large crowd here. And I like where they cordoned the road from especially in front of the International Conference Center right through to the High Street.
Yeah.
And the fact that they have provided just about just two the entrances into the inner perimeter. In fact, it was a military man who gave me directions to meet one of your guys to get me here. And, the level of discipline, the level of understanding of the situation, the fact that things could run chaotic, and the understanding that today it is a different occasion. We have international visitors and observers around. We have Ghanaians who are only in joyous, jubilant mood, and they only want to experience the investiture of H.E. John Dramani Mahama. I'm sure that message has gone down well, and definitely we give some praise to the police and the military hierarchy for the coordinated efforts that they are putting up. In fact, ensuring that if you don't need to be in the inner perimeter, you don't need to be there. And I like the fact that they are strictly enforcing and accepting the invitation card before you get in over here.
Let me just blow your mind off. When we were coming earlier in the morning, we went through strict checks. At a point in time, we had to go and park our vehicle elsewhere. Even though we had our equipment and gadgets in the vehicle, we still had to go elsewhere and park. And I mean, so the checks up there intact. Security-wise, intact.
You should also understand that we have very senior signatories of global repute here with us. And Shalanda Young, who also is a very senior director at the Office of Budget and Management from the White House, is here, and the Ambassador Virginia Palmer, Ambassador from the U.S. to Ghana, is here. You have presidents of global standing among us, and they must also have done their reconnaissance and provided security briefing back to the missions for onward transmission to the delegations that are coming. So you should understand the thoroughness with which our coordinated security team is doing their work. Very disciplined, very strict, firm, and very honest to fault the kind of work that they are doing. And I've seen that they've also been complemented by men from our national security who are in plain clothes and are providing direction to our statesmen, to our fellow Ghanaians, to pressmen, and also to the photographers who are here to cover today's beautiful ceremony. So it's a very good job being done out there by the Ghana Police Service and the Ghana Armed Forces. For me, who do some amount of work in security studies, you should appreciate and understand that there is some level of camaraderie and friendship between the civilians and the military and the police service, because these kinds of relations are not very common. In other places, the military is quite a very scary figure, and places like Togo, Burkina Faso, Guinea, Mali, and all of that would give you quite an inkling of how the citizens perceive the military and the Ghana police. And so if an ordinary Ghanaian like me could walk up to a military man, obviously, who is in duty, because my understanding is that they are supposed to be focused and do their work and not be distracted, but they could take their time off and speak to someone on the phone. Definitely it is a good job done, and kudos to the military high command and the Ghana Police Service.
Very well. So Dr. Bawumia continues to enjoy the cheers here at the Independence Square, but council says that it's normal. I mean, His Excellency also enjoyed the same thing in 2017. But council, let me get back to you on the issues about the oral.
I think issues about the unconstitutionality or otherwise are completely premature. We've not gotten there yet. If you look at the letter that announced, it say, as part of preparatory works towards H.E. John Dramani Mahama fulfilling the promise on Operation Retrieve All Loots, such a committee had been put in place. The committee has not done anything. The committee has not visited anybody at home. The committee has simply just opened its work to receive information from our people. The Constitution itself enjoins Ghanaians to help in the preservation, protection, and to prevent the misuse of public property. And so, whatever work that oral members are doing is consistent is what the Constitution enjoins everyone. Even without forming a committee, individually, they are enjoined to, as it were, help to prevent the misuse of public property and to preserve safety. Why do I say so? You, as an individual, there's a constitutional responsibility entrusted in you to ensure that if you see somebody destroying a public property, you prevent that from doing so. How does many individuals coming together become unconstitutional? If the overall work is to ensure that we prevent the misuse of public property. So for those who say oral is unconstitutional, I would encourage them to relax, take their seat, get a bottle of Coke, take it, and see how oral work
Should they add popcorn?
Maybe popcorn together. Then they'll begin to appreciate how it is for our people. You see, for the first time, and I want the women here to be extremely happy. 32 years of this democracy. After almost 60 years or so of independence. In fact, if Ghana were to be an individual, Ghana is supposed to be on its pension benefits now. And we have never had any woman take up the position of vice president before. For the first time in the history of this country, the NDC and H.E. John Dramani Mahama have done something that nobody has by making a woman the vice president of the Republic of Ghana.
All right, so hold on. I understand H.E. John Dramani Mahama, that is convoy, gradually driving to the premises. Beautiful. Gradually driving slowly to the premises here at the Independence Square. So that's the convoy of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Council.
It's looking beautiful.
Yeah.
Things are heating up. I am excited. Oh God, we thank you for this. Father, we thank you for today, that all the effort going through the length and breadth of this country has yielded this positive, very positive outcome. Just saying, the vice president, Professor J. Nana Opoku Ajiman, together with the affable John Dramani Mahama, hit up gradually, and the wife, the Speaker of Parliament is just
so that's the Speaker of Parliament.
Speaker of Parliament,
yes,
who just got elected, the Right Honourable Speaker Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagben. This is beautiful.
He has also just arrived
in the eyes of the Lord. This is certainly beautiful, and we thank God for this.
So comes about his.
It is finished.
Just like Jim Mensah mentioned. Just like saw yesterday.
Yes.
That was also historic, right? Retaining him as the Speaker of Parliament.
Remember that D.F. Annan had done 2 terms.
Okay.
So D.F. Annan had done 93 to 2000. And so, in terms of his history, D.F. Annan moved from Jerry Rawlings 1 to Jerry Rawlings 2.
Okay.
It is only in the case of President J. Kufuor, who, with Peter Lajete being the Speaker for the first term, the MPP in the second term now brought Sechi Hughes. Something happened uniquely. When the MPP brought Sechi Hughes, the NDC proposed Peter Lajete.
Okay.
And the vote
to be retained.
And that was, put to a vote. Unfortunately, the NDC sponsorship of Peter Lajete, we lost. The MPP got angry with us and said, Kenjirasa, who was the second deputy to Freddie Blay, they will not allow NDC because we have brought our own speaker. And for that matter, they decided to now sponsor the Honorable Malik Yakubu of Yendi. And so you notice that in 2004, that's 2005, the MPP gave the first deputy to the CPP MP, that's Freddie Blay. And instead of giving us the second deputy, they got angry that we have sponsored a new person against Sechi Hughes. And for that matter, what they did was that they took the second deputy from us and gave it to Malik. And that is how Kendrasa lost the position of being the second deputy speaker of parliament. That's a brief history.
What does the law say about this position?
The two deputies should not come from the same political party.
People are angry with the leadership of the NDC.
The position is that the two deputies must not come from the same political party. Now remember that we had already, with the support of H.E. John Dramani Mahama, proposed bargaining for the speakership.
Yeah.
And the minority had also proposed the lawyer Ahiafo, MP for Akachi, as the first deputy speaker, right?
Yeah.
So by law, and it's in the constitution, you cannot give it to another NDC person. Now, what I'm picking is that we had in fact 3 or 4 independent candidates.
Yeah.
One from Asante Achem, one from Wolense, one from Afram Place, and then the Gomwa.
Yeah.
Well, there had been some school of thought that the 2 independent candidates from our fold, if you give them
Wolense and then
Afram Place, if you give them the second deputy, you in a way be rewarding in discipline, because the 2 went through the NDC primaries, lost, and decided to go independent. If you give them the second deputy, you'll be sending a message across to our members that when you lose primaries, you can go independent. And once you win, the party will reward you, because remember that the position of deputy speaker is a bit
the Deputy Majority Leader, who is the Member of Parliament for Elembele, Honorable Emmanuel Ama Kofibua. The Majority Chief Whip is the MP for Adaklu, Honorable Governs Kwame Agboja. The Deputy Majority Chief Whip is the MP for Banda, Honorable Ahmed.
His beautiful, beautiful wife, our own.
Nyomaken, the Deputy Minority Leader, who is the Member of Parliament for Asokwa. Honorable Patrick.
It is going to be nice. The proud grandson of Chief.
Okay.
Will soon be here.
I am not too sure. I am not too sure who this
usually
is.
The vice president will come first.
Okay.
Then the president.
So this could be the vice president elect.
The vice will definitely come first.
Okay. So the vice president elect would have to
once the president comes, nobody else comes. Openi Jari and then Siasa. So the vice will come first. And then something unique about our vice president.
But Council, shouldn't the current president come first before the vice president elect come?
Well, I don't know how the protocol arrangement is, but usually the president should be the last person to come.
Yeah.
Then he closes the whole, thing. But the unique thing about Jenano Pokwajiman, very unique woman. And she gives a lot of hope to young people. When she was in Wesley Girls, she was senior prefect. When she started teaching at UCC, she rose to become the first woman to be vice chancellor of a public university in this country. And today, and immediately after she became vice chancellor, many other women have become vice chancellors. And today, now that she is going to become the first woman vice president, many more women are going to be vice president of this. She had broken the ceiling. She had broken the glass ceiling And that is what the NDC means. Inclusive politics. Politics where women have a say.
Okay.
And before I go, the Women Development Bank is coming, and it is coming for our women. I'm very, very certain about that.
All right. So I want us to go back to the crowd. Kwasi is still there. Let's find out who has arrived. Kwasi, if you are there, pick it from me. When we come back, Mauli will have a bite. Council also will have a bite whilst we wait for the arrival of the man of the moment, the man John Dramani Mahama. Kwasi.
Today is important to the rank and file, the citizens. All the dignitaries are seated. His Excellency, the former president, just joined us right here, as well as the vice president, the former first lady, and His Excellency John Ajikum Kufuor as well. We are going to speak into the people in and around and find out exactly what they think, why they're here, and what they expect. Hello, sir. How are you doing?
I'm fine, and you?
Where are you coming from?
From Dafiano, Danu, Vota region.
Dafiano, Vafia. Amazing campaign. I mean, the president said a lot. Which of them made you believe that he's the best man for Ghana?
Oh, nyata peba du koma no samna du nyata koma biao alaba aleka anu no chaba ya nu ngale tapana na ma ale nu no le border tutu mala covid ba time mukata anu sanu ta numata mi ba John Dramani Mahama na trova alaba woba ahoshia na mi atro bogba Ghana alaba Ghana na atro anofo baji ta nia no vinyo kata mi lafia honorable David Dauda alafia Saji alafia afi Rosemary lafia Rosemary ake lafia alaba mi kata mi cho katu south la gbo so somo kaka mi onya dafi nu to mi lafia gba nye pojijo ta mi gbadun na dafi nu to kata ba mi awe don mama agodo lafia ta mi kata mi ashivu na dafi nu to kata akpana mi ba mi la tv agbo mi kata mi akpom anya mi no bi prosper hato.
So he is coming all the way from Adafianu in the K2 North constituency, where they've come to support this all-important exercise, and they are thrilled as much as everybody else is. And so we're moving on. We're moving on to have these conversations to find out exactly what the people think. Remember that history has been made, and we will continue in this stead in establishing exactly what we want. Hello, how are you doing, Mommy? How are you? You? We are fine. To say, what language should we speak? Yanka Triwo. Aquaba, my wife, a fair fan of my back. I also a da obia.
You said your mama about the GA. You won't see a breath. You said your mama about the GA. As in American, no number GA here. Another punishment too much. Yeah, my bread. Obu nyedi ani papa ndi wo school. Na jama mambra yedi ani papa na ya mendi no munya wande.
Ana mo ya manso for the first time. Ya benyo oba vice president. To you know, what does it mean?
Yenye pa say the nyesi. Yenye oba vice president. Yenye je so oba de or your oba time.
Definitely. So we are still gathering a lot of the sentiments as the program gathers momentum. As the dignitaries arrive, the noise is deafening. The people are excited. Mommy, to say. So the women are clearly excited about what they are expecting from His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. We will keep taking these sentiments. But what more to say?
say Yasaba, young copio, Bayabe, young copio, young copio. Hey, Ajobado, Yabraki, Etno, the woman is say, and Chima Papa Mama, Jay, Wabaya, every people want to be your kitty.
Nana, Ufilisa or Babaya, Ebama Winiaji, one Kasankasa.
Me put there, Babo, Ahunto, Asmuje, Bibia, Oyasmunjoini.
But also about the Women's Development Bank. So what's your
Obaya, Yastatia, Yakwamiti, Yastati, Obaya, 24 hours upon Okuya.
Also, and Babu no be say it to me niho. Ufilisa, South 24 hour economy, they chuma beba.
Osabuoya, Oya, Bamu to me, but your mama, Papa, your mama, why are you po?
Obi say, Wabada. Oba,
Waba, Doya, no Sumba, school dine, hospitals, our Ramu, Oman to me, yeah. Says that on Friday, on it, Akufrado, Okasa Parliament, or see a Jamana Wejano. Jamama by Yantuasu, Asana Yatuasu. Ya bet was any of Pia, Yanni Pio, ya bet Tuasu, ya bet Tuasu, ya bet say, young Quabio.
I told you Kumasato. Wow, so they've come all the way from the Ashanti region. Wow, why are they?
Shakumase, one in our boy, Kasuamae, Asafu market, one in Ayamae, and to upon Washabo Yamae, and Theatre Sua.
Now say no, your papa, your mama. Yes, you need to solve a baby crab or so. Dear Elni Najumuquan, the back home. I'm a gunner, I can't share. What did I see? Or better than us, I'm a Yanni and Banumia, you bet you for so baby.
Wow, so as you can see, the expectations are high. The euphoria is at high decibels. People are excited and people are ecstatic. We'll be speaking to a lot more people to understand what they have to say and all of that. The program is shaping up very, very soon. We will be seeing His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. So we'll switch back to the studio where Randy and the crew are standing by.
Kosi, thank you so much for that update and the sounds as well. So, hear some sounds up there. The loud sound of the vuvuzela is still on. It tells you that one big man has arrived as well, and in high anticipation of that moment where he'll be sworn into office as the next president of the Republic of Ghana. Mauli, at this point, so on your screen now you can see Dr. Valerie Sawyer. She's Council, check your microphone quickly for me.
I can see the Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams.
Okay. Earlier, he was in the shop earlier.
One of the big spiritual generals of this country. We thank him for his prayers. I just saw a while ago Dr. Valerie Sawyer also among the people
in
there.
The shot. Okay. Well, so Mauli, at this point in time, what's going through your mind?
This is very colorful. In fact, I'm short for words.
Yeah. Myself.
Yeah. The slew of dignitaries passing through, the manner in which they've been ushered in, and the movement of the vehicles, the protocols and everything, certainly is a testament to the depth and the attention to detail that has guided this particular investiture of President-elect and soon to be sworn in H. John Dramani Mahama. And my colleague lawyer was making a point about Her Excellency the Vice President-elect, who would soon be the Vice President. And to me, she's obviously the most qualified person to have occupied or to occupy the office of the Vice President. And there is actually something about women academics that you don't find in any other profession.
Yeah.
They are mothers, they are mentors, they have a sense of community, they have a sense of feeling. They have this ability to mentor people who look up to them. And this is someone who is coming from a teaching or a lecturing background, having spent all her life within the academic discourse community. And a full professor of English is no mean an achievement. And this is a language that is not our mother tongue. This is a language that we had to learn. And if she has perfected that, obviously to be accredited as a full professor of such a language, personally, I am of utmost admiration to Professor Nana Jane Opoku Ajiman. And for any young woman in Ghana, any part of Ghana, and even beyond, they should find a lot of inspiration and hope in Her Excellency Nana Jane Opoku Ajiman, that dreams can come true. It is possible through hard work. It is possible through determination. It is possible through resilience. And one of the things that a lot of people have been speaking about is the kind of dignity, warmth that she is bringing to the office of the vice president. And some of the initiatives already, like the Women's Development Bank and the just promulgated bill into law, which is the affirmative action, the expectation is that she is going to steer.
You can see the justices of the.
So those are the justices in your screen
together with the other justices of the Supreme Court.
Council, lift your mic a bit. Yeah.
No, I mean the justices of the Supreme Court ably here to do the swearing. Remember that the oath will be administered by the Chief Justice. So their presence here today is very significant, because this is really what it is. Without the administering of the oath, no transfer of power or executive authority. And so their presence here tells you.
Must all of them be here?
I mean, it shows that the entire country, its architecture, is solidly behind. Remember that the four arms of government, the three arms, the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary, they are all here. And I'm so happy with what is going on today. Thankfully, I'm enjoying the fact that all the justices are here. This is exceedingly good and momentous for this country.
Because I don't know if you can hear the sound at the background. I don't want to talk about that.
I can see the beautiful justices fully cloud here. All other conversations I can hear. Their presence to administer the oath is very good.
Very important.
Also remember that one of the campaign promises we made was the fact of helping our young ladies, our young girls in schools with free sanitary pads.
Yeah.
That is a very significant thing. I am a father of girls. That means a lot to me. In most of our villages, when you go there, some people would have to wash their sanitary whatever, dry it and reuse. It is not good enough. And so a social intervention that supports our young girls is something that we all need to support. And that for me is what I strongly believe our incoming vice president
will be looking at.
Thank you.
So talking about the provision made for the young women, so right in front of us we have a group of people who are gathered here with some placards and what have you. Kosi is standing by with them. Kosi, let's get to know what exactly their concerns are.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Randy. Today is a great day for Ghana. Every gender, especially women, because you spoke about the history being made with Jane Nana Opoku Ajiman, doctor, being Ghana's first ever female vice president. There are lots of concerns that women have raised, especially empowerment, and key among them, economic empowerment as well as their menstrual health. We have some amazing people here. You can see the placard. It says, please scrap taxes on sanitary pads. So it shows you that period poverty is a real thing, and at least we want to have a conversation about it. So we have some amazing people. I'd like to speak to them. Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
What's your name, please?
My name is Peggy.
We didn't get that, please.
Peggy.
Peggy, so I can see KBPGH. Can you tell us what that is?
That is Kolebu Professional Group of Health.
Kolebu, so you guys are more concerned about health, right? I'm sure you went through the NDC manifesto and you saw some things around the health sector that interested you. For you personally, what stood out?
Okay, as being a health worker, I think there is a lot that we need at the health center, especially the equipment is very old, and we struggle with health in our various facilities. So if it can improve our health facility, especially Kolebu for us, we'll be much happier.
Fantastic. Let's go to the man with the placard. You seem very passionate about this. Period poverty and taxes on pads, etc. What ignited that passion?
Okay, so my name is Sherma Kujumpieni. I'm from Ashaiman, and let me use this opportunity to thank Honorable Tamaklo and the honorable members of the NDC party. This is a great win for Ghana today, the beginning of a new era under Mahama. Now, speaking on the taxes on sanitary pads, I'm very passionate about it because a school of thought says that the average Ghanaian earns less than 20 cedis a day. Now, the current price of one sanitary pad today is 20 cedis. So if women or most Ghanaians are not earning more than 15 cedis a day, how do the government expect them to be able to prioritize something? I mean, menstruation is not a choice. People should not be made to suffer because of something they didn't choose to do. So I think more noise needs to be made about this. Our Ghanaian girls need help. Please scrap it. And I know Mama will do it because back when he was in power, he used to give sanitary pads to SHS students. And I know with the much advertisement and publication, this will go far. The new Ghana under Mahama. Thank you.
Wow, that was profound. That was profound. And thank you very much for leading this charge. I mean, all your girls, the people that know you, I mean, your girl female friends, I mean, people will take it differently. We'll be proud of you. Right. Absolutely. Let's keep it going. Thank you. Yes, madam.
Hello. I'm coming all the way from Takwa. Yeah. My name is Nayele. I'm here today because of our mother. Because he said women, we are important, and women, because of the Women Bank, all the women in Ghana are here to thank him very much for saying you are going to make that Women Bank for women to be free in Ghana. We thank him very much.
Amazing. So today is a day for women, and all women will be proud. I'm sure my daughter can dream again, because on a day like this, there's an opportunity to get to the pinnacle of whatever you want to do. So today is historic in more ways than one. Today is iconic in more ways than one. So before we cross over to Randy, the Virgin Pastor, I don't know if he's still a virgin. Randy, let's take a very quick word from the Virgin Pastor. How are you, sir?
I'm fine. Now I'm married. Hey. I am a person who take care of widows and the orphans. I am appealing to President that he should reduce the import duty for us. It's because of the import duty MPP lose. I told them to reduce it, but they do not reduce it. So I am pleading, or I am begging President that they should do something about the import duty. It will help the nation. And also some taxes, VAT tax, yield levy, all this stuff must be removed. If it removed, MPP or no, Ghana will remain blessed, and MPP will remain opposition for a long time, and NDC will sit on the chair very long time.
Amen. Thank you very much. So that was the Virgin Pastor. So I'm passing over to Randy and my honorable people in the studio to take over from here.
Kwasi, thank you so much for that quick update with regards to the people who are right in front of us here. But earlier you saw the sitting arrangement of position of the Supreme Court justices. So in your shots, we anticipate this could be the Vice President-elect. Very possible that she has just arrived, and she will be
cometh the woman, cometh the hour.
Yeah.
This is glorious. This is beautiful. We thank God for this. 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 I can see our members of parliament, the Honorable Haruna Idrisu, the Honorable Sam Jatta George. I can see Honorable Mutaka, the Honorable Helen Adjuantoso, Richard Achampo of Bia. I can see the NDC MPs ready. The service heads. The service heads. This is beautiful. This is historic. And we thank God for how beautiful this is panning out.
And quite interesting, I understand even outside the premises, people are still out there waiting to just come into the main premises.
The huge numbers.
Council, who could this be? We're still looking out to see. But that's a heavy convoy.
Because the presidential, by now, okay, that is the new clerk of parliament.
Okay, so the speaker
right
of parliament.
Speaker
of parliament
is here. Number 3.
Council, you mentioned
what
that.
What is your number?
Number 7.
What is your number, Mali?
Council, you mentioned that this is actually a parliamentary sitting.
Absolutely.
So, okay, exactly. So I was going to ask about this.
As you can see, very soon Parliament will be called into session, and once Parliament is called, and with the Speaker of Parliament taken, proceedings is supposed to commence pretty soon. And that
how about the sitting arrangements? Now we know a majority has been formed, a minority has been formed.
Yes.
Will they be sitting in that same manner?
Absolutely.
Today? Okay.
You know, so as for the MPs, I think they have a special place for them. But this is not the normal parliamentary where you have the usual house where
right and left. Okay.
So these are the 3. Now you can see that one chair is in the middle, unoccupied. That is what it is. So very soon you'll see number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. And then everything will be complete. It is looking so beautiful. Things are panning out so beautiful. And we can only thank God for today.
Molly, what message are we sending out to the international community? Yeah.
The Jagaba.
Yeah, story of unity, solidarity, purpose, togetherness, and reaffirming what the rest of the world knows Ghana for. In fact, someone has a very nice way of putting it that anytime a party is able to hand over 2 times in successive terms, what you have is a consolidation of democracy, and he calls it the 2 turnover test. Ghana has obviously crossed the 2 turnover test, and you can see the unity, you can see the togetherness, you can see the happiness on the faces of every well-meaning Ghanaian. They're excited, they are happy, they are obviously enjoying the ceremony. Very beautiful pictures right here and here at the Black Star Square, and the heads of the arms of government have taken their seat. We saw Right Honorable Speaker Alban Kispo Sumana Bagbin just been ushered into his seat to continue the proceedings that were suspended, just like lawyer intimated a short while ago. And obviously the head of the judiciary, that is the Chief Justice, also ready to swear in the President-elect to become a Full Excellency John Dramani Mahama and the Vice President, Excellency Nana Jane Opoku Ajima. We've been speaking about how the Vice President would be an inspiration to the many young women all over. And one thing I want to say quickly is that anytime you find women in leadership, some of the issues that you think are less discussed immediately get some important attention. There is a renewed conversation about menstrual pads and scrapping of taxes on pads. If you ask me, I think that the amount that or the cost of pads in this country is too expensive. I do not think that anybody should buy pad more than 5 cities in this country. And in fact, President John Dramani Mahama and the new person in charge of the 24-hour economy and export diversification should probably consider setting up a manufacturing plant for sanitary pads in this country, that we can be able to control the pricing, probably even regulate it to some of the secondary schools that we have targets, just like the manner that we have implemented other interventions. The sanitary should be considered as a intervention to our young women. And obviously some other issues as well. We're going to see a lot of women getting appointments, especially if we are to be in consonance with the family law. The understanding is that about 30% minimum of women should occupy all public institutions. And this is something that Ghana can easily do. In fact, far away in East Africa, Rwanda, Uganda, they have quite a lot of people, especially in their parliament. It is something we should continue to do. Very brilliant women out there, very brilliant young women who obviously, if given the opportunity, can serve this country in so many ways. So the excitement for me is that for the first time we have the second professor vice president. The first was Professor J.E. Mills, who obviously delivered some really good results for this country. And if I can remember, the highest growth rate we've ever had as a republic was during the time of His Excellency the late John Evans Atta Mills. That was 14.1% growth in 2011, just at par with Ethiopia, giving us the single most inflation that we have ever up to date. So the Excellency Nana Jelopoko Ajiman portends a lot of hope, promise, and motivation and inspiration to young women, and even to myself, that it is important to attain higher heights with hard work, diligence, determination, and a world that we have a lot of distraction, especially on social media, and young people taking inspiration from the wrong quarters. This is a reaffirmation that hard work, diligence obviously can get you to your ambition.
That's the arrival of the Sierra Leonean reps. So let's see, that's the president. I guess the president of Sierra Leone has also just arrived. Council, I think at this moment all the diplomats should be seated, because
they gave us 11
exactly
for
by the time
start
and
of
it's
the program.
10:36 a.m. now.
Yes, so I strongly believe that any moment from now, the man in the arena, the man himself, cometh the man, cometh the hour. John Dramani Mahama will be making his way into the great arena. The whole world is watching. So far, so good.
We know Botswana is here, Gabon, Gambia, Guinea-Bissau, and also Nigeria. Council, you mentioned it earlier.
I can see my learned senior Fenyo Makin, who said he doesn't want to be on the minority seat, but God in his infinite wisdom has given him the minority seat. For now, let him be there. Let him be there. And yes, I can see Jacob Zuma right there, the man himself.
Well, so interesting. So let me just go over some of the dignitaries that we have. For those of you who didn't join from the beginning, we know so well that Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who is the president of Nigeria, is actually here. He is the guest of honor.
The Jagaban.
The Jagaban. Council says he's the Jagaban. Jagaban, anyway, however you pronounce it. And then we also have Duma Boko. He is the president of Botswana. He is also here. And then Bryce Oligui Nguema, the president of Gabon, is also here. Adama Barrow, who is the president of the Republic of Gambia, is also here. Umaro Sissoko Mbalo is the president of Guinea-Bissau. He is also here. These are great names when it comes to the African continent as well. Umaru.
Africa is in Ghana.
Yeah, so the whole of Africa is
in Ghana.
In Ghana. I don't know what's trending on Twitter as it stands now, but maybe my producer can check that for us. If Ghana is not trending, then there is a problem. If
John Mahama inauguration,
then we need to recheck it again.
Will be the most trended conversation today on Twitter and many of the social media handles. Yeah. It is beautiful in the sight of God as Ghanaians gather to see the inaugural or investiture for H.A. John Dramani Mahama. Ababiu Mahama.
So I understand there is some sort of, I don't know if you guys are finding network challenges though, but there seems to be some sort of restriction on the internet. So
yeah, you know, usually for major security programs this, they may come with jammers, especially as close to the president's grounds. No, especially where the president will be seated.
Okay.
And as you are aware, the president is seated not far from here.
Us,
so within that enclave, usually you see a lot of jammers around to ensure that wireless transmission and many other things will be adequately taken care of. I can see the Chief of Staff so appointed, the Honorable Julio Debra. I can also say the man himself, the Rwandan president.
So that's actually the Rwandan president?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's Kagame. Paul Kagame.
Paul Kagame.
Yeah.
Paul Kagame.
And for the Gambian president, for me, he owes President John Mahama a special appreciation.
Yes.
What is that?
Adama Barrow.
Okay.
Because
why do you say that?
In early 2017, the previous president Jammeh refused to leave, and John Mahama was one of the leaders of the ECOWAS delegation to Gambia at the time. They had to take siege in Senegal, and Jammeh had to run to his friend in Equatorial Guinea, and if not for that singular intervention of President John Dramani Mahama, probably Adama Barrow would have been a lost story. So as I was intimating earlier, this is more of a personal, response to the invitation of President His Excellency John.
I think beyond diplomacy, they are friends.
No, he has a personal relationship with them, and you saw that the invitation did not only happen through diplomatic cable, diplomatic protocols or channels. He personally went to visit some of the presidents. For Esosi Manyasingbe of Togo, he was there, and he visited William Ruto.
I can see the business mogul Ibrahim Mahama himself out there. Yes, the man of the moment. The man of the moment.
So it is clear. Inauguration 2025 is trending #1 on Twitter.
No, most definitely. This ranks amongst just the 4th largest inaugurations.
I beg your pardon, it's actually X. My producer is correcting me. It's X. No longer
Twitter. We know Twitter.
And
producer, we know only Twitter.
We don't know X.
Lawyer, this feels like another African Union General Assembly.
I tell you.
Another African Union General Assembly, because you have high-ranking African heads of state.
So Council is so excited and singing. Council, you are allowed to sing. You are allowed to sing.
And the people say, hey, Jobodo, Choboy, Kedes may go, Kedes may come, but the revolution has come to stay. Revolution. ocean has a long way to go, but has come to say, Joboy, thank you.
Well, so yes, the legal, the head of legal department for the NDC is not just a legal brain, but he's a chama, he's a moral leader in camp as well. You can't take it away from him. And gradually we are inching closer to that very moment where the main ceremony will commence in some 15 minutes because per what they put out there, 11 is supposed to start the whole ceremony. Remember that this is Wezo TV and this is the special coverage of the inauguration ceremony or the swearing in of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the next president of the Republic of Ghana. In fact, the hopes are so high. And in terms, I want to ask the Malik boy, the Basintali boy. We wait to see if it did. Council, now let me just put this quickly to you. There seems to be that sort of pressure mounting on the next government if indeed they start work tonight or tomorrow.
No, I think H.E. John Dramani Mahama had that experience. This is not the first time. He has that statecraft. He has an appreciation of the enormity of the problems he's inheriting. And as you can see, without wasting much time, he's putting the team. He's already given that within 14 days after inauguration, he should be having the full complement of his cabinet in place to kickstart the work. You see, a man who wants to perform will time his performance and work output. What gets timed gets done. So the man himself says, within 120 days, I expect to do A, B, C, D. That is a good start.
Yeah.
And like many other Ghanaians, we are going to ensure that when we say 120 days, it is 120 days, and it is what it is. I am confident in the leadership of H.E. John Dramani Mahama. He has that experience to deliver, and that delivery is going to happen today.
Council, what's about to happen?
No, I think, like I said, we are still in the event of Parliament. In fact, it is Parliament that has allowed us to come here. In fact, the members of Parliament together with Speaker can say they don't want us here again. And that is what it will be. It is a special parliamentary proceedings, and that is why you can see the now majority leader. I can see the Honorable Kesela Toforsen.
Yeah.
I can see the Honorable Afenyo Markin, and I can see Speaker himself with the Clerk of Parliament. I should think that preparatory, whatever to receive the man president of the moment. The man of the moment, H.E. John Dramani Mahama.
So that's very possible. It is because they're actually working towards.
Yes, it is looking. It is looking very, very beautiful, and I am so happy the level of cooperation to ensure that this investiture, this inaugural ceremony, happens to the admiration of all Ghanaians. I can see Pastor Doug Heward Mills. I can see the Honorable Elvis Afriye Ankra. Much earlier, I saw the Chairman General himself. The Chairman General himself, Chairman General Mosquito Johnson Asiedu Nketia, not long ago. He is seated right there. Fantastic.
So His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has just arrived. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
The proud grandson of Chief Indeura Jakpa, John Dramani Mahama. It is your day. It is World Mahama Day. It is beautiful in the sight of the Lord.
Maybe Council, you should start a hashtag World Mahama Day.
World Mahama Day.
World Mahama Day.
World Mahama Day. This is a beautiful one.
Maybe.
Hashtag World Mahama Day.
So council is urging all of you to go on social media, particularly X, and you use the hashtag World Mahama Day.
Today is for Mahama and Mahama only.
So gradually, as I mentioned, we're inching closer to the main event.
1.7 million vote difference.
Yes. Yeah.
For the avoidance of doubt, the vote difference is 1.7 million.
And that's huge. That's huge.
No, humongous. Gargantuan. Yes. Yes. 57%.
Yeah.
57%. Who say man no day? Who say man no day?
So it is possible that the vice president together with the president, they have arrived.
This is nice.
And our men in uniform are marching them in.
This is beautiful.
Very, very beautiful. You can't take it away. It must have taken a lot to put this together.
Maya manaya kama. Mwaya manaya kama.
Yeah.
See how beautiful it looks.
Yes, very, very beautiful. I mean, even look at the ground. The green carpet that has been laid so far. It's just a beautiful program so far as it stands now. And
kudos to the people who put this together.
Yeah. And Council, let me just say thanks to the media houses that are tapping from Razor TV.
Wow.
Most especially Bohem Radio in the Bohem constituency. That's your area. Yes, as well. And also Global FM in Ho, as well as the other media houses. Global FM is actually streaming this program even on YouTube and Facebook.
MPs.
Yes, so that's the Bohem constituency MP as well.
Yes. Kofi Adams.
Yeah.
Honorable Comfort Doyo, the Honorable Mutaka, all of them
are in there
with their miniature Ghana flag. It is beautiful. The Honorable Ajeku.
The moment you have been waiting for is finally here. It's a national program, bear it in mind. And of course, the Ghana flag is dominating everywhere. So the ushering in of the vice president and the president,
the service commanders,
the Speaker of Parliament now leads
to see to the swearing in of the new Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. The Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces.
Are we likely to see a parade?
Absolutely. That is why, if you look at the back, that's the parade ground.
So it's actually a guard of honor.
Yes, there will be a guard of honor.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the new Commander-in-Chief.
Okay.
Yes, Parliament with the Vice President and the President. You can see your President, John Dramani Mahama. As you can see, hey, 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 the man himself is there. John Dramani Mahama with able yes, 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 the man of the moment. The man of the moment.
Please, if you are not authorized to be on the square.
Allah has done this. It is finished. Let me borrow the words of Jane Mensah. It is finished. It is finished. Yapon.
Okay. So I think, Council, we need to wrap up.
Thank you.
Quickly. So
yeah, because the actual event is
so hold on. Let Mauli have 2 minutes bite quickly, and then you can have him coming quickly. Mauli, let's wrap up.
Yes, obviously we are getting to the most important part of the investiture, and His Excellency President-elect John Dramani Mahama waving the crowds. This is some massive audience reception.
Yeah.
Goodwill is an all-time high. There are lots of expectations for the new president. He's made lots of promises in response to the nature of the economy. In fact, all the polls that have been made so far from Global Info Analytics, from the Center for Democratic Development, from Imani Africa, are all pointing to issues of economic governance and economic revival. John Mahama has made some promises, as the lawyer has stated. Within 14 days, he's going to provide us with a full complement of his cabinet. He's released his inner working circle at the Flagstaff House. I understand the list is out, and hopefully the understanding is that he's going to hit the ground running because there is no time, and he has only 4 years. From a lot of expectations, civil society, media people, the expectation is that John Dramani would hit the ground running from today. The ground running from today. There are skeptics who obviously are poo-pooing the oral, and the expectation is that some of this loot and money will be recovered, because that is one of the reasons why majority of Ghanaians voted for John Dramani Mahama, to ensure that there is some discipline, probity, accountability as the values and the ethos of the National Democratic Congress proscribes. And the expectation is huge, Randy. We can all keep our fingers crossed. My understanding is that people are giving him his honeymoon, which is 120 days, 3 months, for him to obviously fulfill some of the promises that he has made. He's spoken about scrapping some taxes, the yield levy, which obviously is an albatross around the neck of every well-meaning Ghanaian. He's going to scrap the taxes on sanitary pads. He's spoken about betting tax, and obviously taxes at the port, which has reduced virtually exports in our sub-region, shifting the market to the other parts of the sub-region. So, Randy, expectation is high, and all fingers are crossed in expectation of the magic and the wonder that former President John Dramani Mahama, and now second time lucky His Excellency Mahama.
Very well. Mali, thank you. Council.
Yes, I am excited. I know H.E. John Dramani Mahama is going to keep, immediately start work, and it's going to be immediate. The promise to make free SHS better will be top on the agenda. The promise, as it were, to make none other. The free SHS thing is a huge one. It's going to be a personal project of the president to, as it were, make naysayers who felt that he was going to cancel it to know that he's committed to doing it and making it better. 24-hour economy, as you can see, the Honorable Gusitano is already in charge, and I have no doubt that will make things better for the good people of this country.
Council, we need to cross over. Thank you. Let me say a very big thanks to Elon Mauli Kwa, who is an international relations analyst. Thank you so much.
Of allegiance.
And also Edwin G. Tameklu. Let's quickly cross over to the main center for the event.
Kindly say after me. I, Professor Nana Jane Oboko Ajiman, do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance.
To the Republic of Ghana.
To the Republic of Ghana.
As by law established.
As by law established.
That I will uphold.
That I will uphold
the sovereignty and integrity of Ghana.
The sovereignty and integrity of Ghana.
And that I will preserve.
And that I will preserve.
Protect.
and defend the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. So help me God. Your Excellency, now the oath of the Vice President. I, Professor Nana Jane Opoku Ajiman, having been elected to the office of Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, do in the name of the Almighty God swear. That I will be faithful. And true. To the Republic of Ghana. That I will at all times. Preserve. Protect. And defend. The Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. And I dedicate myself. To the service. And well-being. Of the people of the Republic of Ghana. And to do right. To all manner of persons. I further. Solemnly swear. That should I. At any time. Break this oath of office. I shall submit myself. To the laws of the Republic of Ghana. And suffer the penalty. For it. So help me God. Congratulations, Madam Vice President. Thank you. Lift your.
Honorable members, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana shall now sign the oath book. honorable members, and I have the pleasure and joy to, on your behalf, invite His Excellency the President-elect to take and subscribe to the oath of allegiance and the presidential oath. Your Excellency, you may now proceed to do so.
Your Excellency, kindly say after me, this is the oath of allegiance. I, your name,
John Dramani Mahama,
do in the name of the Almighty God swear
do in the name of the Almighty God swear
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance
to
the Republic of Ghana
as
by law established, that I will uphold
and that I will uphold
the sovereignty and integrity of Ghana, and that I will preserve, protect and defend the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. So help me God.
So help me God.
Your Excellency, now the presidential oath.
I, John Dramani Mahama,
having been elected
to
the high office of President of the Republic of Ghana, do in the name of the Almighty God swear that I will be faithful and true to the Republic of Ghana, that I will at all times preserve, protect and defend the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana, and that I dedicate myself to the service and well-being of the people of the Republic of Ghana, and to do right to all manner of persons. I further solemnly swear that should I at any time break this oath of office, I shall submit myself to the laws of the Republic of Ghana, and suffer the penalty for it. So help me God. Congratulations, Mr. President. Let me be the first.
in culture, and steady in its pursuit of progress. Today, we celebrate a momentous occasion in our nation's history as we welcome the newly elected President, His Excellency, John Dramani Mahama. A true nation builder committed to forging a brighter future for all Ghanaians. John Mahama embodies the pillars of leadership that our nation craves: trustworthiness, reliability, modesty, and above all, truthfulness.